Marc Fogel, an American citizen, found himself at the heart of a geopolitical storm when he was detained in Russia in 2021. A teacher by profession, Fogel had been working in international schools for years, sharing his knowledge and passion for education. His life took a drastic turn when he was apprehended at a Moscow airport, accused of possessing illegal substances. This incident would mark the beginning of a 2-year ordeal that would test his resilience and highlight the complexities of international relations. Fogel's detention came at a time of heightened tension between the United States and Russia. The relationship between the two superpowers had been deteriorating for years, marked by disagreements over various geopolitical issues. Fogel's case, unfortunately, became entangled in this larger web of complexities, turning him into an unwitting pawn in a high-stakes diplomatic chess match. As his case garnered international attention, it became a focal point in the ongoing dialogue, or lack thereof, between Washington and Moscow. The arrest and subsequent trial of Marc Fogel sent shockwaves through the international community, particularly among those involved in the field of education. Colleagues and friends expressed disbelief, describing Fogel as a dedicated educator with a passion for cross-cultural understanding. His detention served as a stark reminder of the unpredictable nature of international travel and the potential risks faced by individuals caught in the crossfire of political disputes. The incident also sparked a debate about the role of individual citizens in navigating the often turbulent waters of international relations. Russian authorities accused Fogel of possessing a significant quantity of cannabis oil. They argued that the amount in his possession exceeded what would be considered for personal use, leading to charges of drug smuggling. Fogel maintained that the cannabis oil was prescribed by a doctor for medical reasons, a claim supported by his medical records. However, these arguments failed to sway the Russian court, which ultimately sentenced him to a lengthy prison term. Life in a Russian prison proved to be a stark contrast to the life Fogel had known. The harsh conditions, language barriers, and isolation from loved ones took a toll on his physical and mental well-being. Despite the challenges, Fogel remained resilient, drawing strength from the support of his family, who tirelessly campaigned for his release. His case garnered attention from human rights organizations and became a rallying point for advocates of judicial fairness. From the outset, the United States government maintained that the charges against Fogel were baseless and politically motivated. The State Department, under the Biden administration, engaged in intense diplomatic efforts to secure his release. These efforts involved high-level negotiations, with U.S. officials repeatedly calling for Fogel's freedom on humanitarian grounds. The case also received significant attention from international media, keeping the pressure on Russian authorities. Adding to the complexity of the situation was the concurrent detention of Brittany Griner, an American basketball star, in Russia on similar charges. Griner's high profile and the public outcry surrounding her case further intensified the diplomatic efforts. The U.S. government faced the daunting task of negotiating the release of 2 American citizens held on charges they deemed unjust, all while navigating the complexities of a strained bilateral relationship. After months of tireless efforts and delicate negotiations, a breakthrough emerged. In a surprising turn of events, Russia agreed to a prisoner swap, releasing both Marc Fogel and Brittany Griner in exchange for a Russian citizen held in U.S. custody. The news of their release was met with relief and jubilation by their families and supporters worldwide. Fogel's return to U.S. soil after nearly 2 years of detention marked a poignant moment, highlighting the power of diplomacy even in the face of adversity. Fogel's case stands as a testament to the importance of persistent diplomatic engagement, even when faced with seemingly insurmountable obstacles. His release, along with that of Brittany Griner, underscores the critical role of communication and negotiation in resolving international disputes and securing the freedom of individuals caught in the crossfire. While the case exposed the fragility of international relations, it also highlighted the enduring power of human resilience and the unwavering commitment to bringing home those unjustly detained abroad. Today, President Donald J. Trump and his special envoy Steve Witkoff are able to announce that Mr. Witkoff is leaving Russian airspace with Marc Fogel, an American who was detained by Russia. White House National Security Advisor Mike Waltz said in a statement, President Trump, Steve Witkoff, and the president's advisors negotiated an exchange that serves as a show of good faith from the Russians, and a sign we are moving in the right direction to end the brutal and terrible war in Ukraine.